It is now time to rumble! 40 of the participants in the Royal Rumble include Bane, James Bond, Batman, Gigant, Borat, Jaws, Dracula, Robert Barrow, Ray Barrow, Captain Rhodes, The Incredible Hulk, Mr. Bean, Superman, Super Mario, Luigi, Fox McCloud, and Chuck Norris. TWA presents the 6th Annual Royal Rumble. Welcome everyone to the Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. We are live here. It is jam-packed. Many people have been turned away at the building for this year's annual Royal Rumble.
I wish we could have picked a better sounding arena, but I don't care. I'm so excited.
RJ Peckham alongside my broadcast colleague Mark Adams. And tonight, Mark, I'm so excited. Many titles will be decided. Most of all, the TWA Championship to be decided as Freddy Krueger attempts to turn back the challenge of the Stalker. But most importantly, the 40-man Royal Rumble match. It is every man for himself. The last one to remain standing in that ring after all participants have entered will face the TWA Champion at Telethon 6.
But first,
we're going to cap things off with light heavyweight championship action, as we will see Legs defend his light heavyweight belt against Waldo.
but this is kind of an odd situation because Waldo doesn't really want the title. In fact, the only person who seemed to have wanted this match was Catwoman.
She's indeed been stirring the pot in terms of this whole Legs-Waldo saga, and now we're going to see who walks out with the light heavyweight belt tonight. Legs, please wait. Don't bother, white boy. Just get your ass in that ring right now. Legs, look. Look at this photo I took last Battlefront. That's Catwoman kissing Pennybags right after he gave her a job as a campaign associate. I'm so sorry, chap. She doesn't love you. Only money. She'll kiss up to anyone with money just to get her share of it. Don't you see, Legs? Us fighting tonight would do neither of us any good. That's a convincing photo, Waldo. You photoshopped that? What? You ain't fooling me, bitch. You ain't getting out of this match. Now get out there before I make it a backstage brawl right here. Legs, please. Our opening contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TWA Light Heavyweight Championship.
Is he coming out?
Introducing first, the challenger, weighing in at 187 pounds, Waldo.
I understand this match is kind of for nothing, but don't be a pussy and try to get out of it.
Doesn't look to me like Waldo's trying to get out of it. As a matter of fact, he usually comes out like through the audience members, trying to keep himself hidden. But it looks like Waldo, he's going to finally go through with it.
What, was he trying to get the referee to talk him out of it?
And his opponent, accompanied by Catwoman from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is the light heavyweight champion, Legs! I mean, why would Waldo want to get out of a match like this? It's the light heavyweight title on the line. He's just literally trying to warn Legs about that vixen standing on the outside there, Catwoman. Even Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder could see that this girl does not care for Legs. What she cares about is that gold belt around Legs' waist.
Take your glasses off, Waldo. You're not a Dudley.
In any such case, Waldo Dudley already gets drop-kicked by Legs. The light heavyweight champion off to a good start. Legs, of course, will be participating in the Royal Rumble later tonight. And I guess it would be a feather in his cap not only to beat Waldo here tonight and retain his title, but also to win the Royal Rumble and main event Telethon and add the world title to his list. That would probably make him the very first person to hold the TWA heavyweight title and the light heavyweight championship simultaneously.
And that's going to make Catwoman extremely happy.
And already Catwoman is sticking her nose into this match where it doesn't belong, but she can't do much because referee Charles Robinson was able to catch Catwoman before she could commit any interference.
And because of the gender restriction laws, if Catwoman even places a finger poke on Waldo, she's gonna probably get suspended.
Of course, this rivalry has been brewing over the past few battlefronts. No thanks to that woman standing on the outside. Legs hopes to have a better calendar year this year, as in 2014 we saw pretty much the great collapse. He not only started losing matches, but he also ended up losing his longtime girlfriend, his love interest, Santina Claus.
Speaking of which, you know whatever happened to her? It was right around when Legs snapped. She just disappeared.
Well, she was heartbroken. She was crushed. The one man in her life that she loved just kicked her aside like a chewed up piece of gum. And now Legs, I never accused him of having any brains to begin with, but the fact that he aligns himself with this harlot, it's just perplexing on so many levels. But nonetheless, Legs has shown a more ruthless, aggressive style in that ring, and he's really taken it to Waldo right now.
You know, speaking of relationships, Dr. Phil, after what we saw last Battlefront, that disgusting display with her and Pennybags, are they in some sort of relationship now?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, after all, Catwoman is now Rich Uncle Pennybags' campaign associate to help him keep his job. And now Legs going for the cover already. 1, 2, no! Waldo is not packing it in just yet. Waldo looks a little dazed right there. I guess those kicks That swift kick really took Waldo out. And I think there was a trickle of blood. 1, 2, no! I think Waldo was not right in the head since he received all those kicks from legs. But he's coming back right now. There's the atomic drop. Trickle of blood you can see on Waldo. Thanks to those sharp toenails of legs, Waldo has indeed been busted open. This can't be a good thing for the challenger. And legs with his own version of the sweet chin music. Waldo has not gotten in very much offense. 1, 2, no! Very close. Maybe Waldo didn't want to fight. Maybe...
Well, it's too late now, so perhaps his only strategy is to do what he does best and hide.
Well, he's going to have to hide now. Legs successfully retains his title. Winner of this bout, and still light heavyweight champion, Legs!
You know, usually you hold the title over your shoulder, not under it.
That was like a near 3-minute slaughter of Waldo. Legs looked more dominant now than he ever has been in his entire career. I guess as long as Catwoman keeps the belt around his waist, I think Legs doesn't give a damn. Catwoman, she's instructing Legs to use a steel chip. Come on, don't do this. Oh, come on! Isn't it enough you beat the guy? Now you have to put the salt in the wound? That witch has indeed brainwashed Legs' mind. And unfortunately, as long as he can hold the light heavyweight belt around his waist, I don't see Legs making a change anytime soon. Waldo, he's started bleeding, busted open. He's going to have to get medical help. You got a comfy couch, Kubrick. Thank you. Please take your feet off it. This is how I get comfortable. Don't be such an uptight, snobby film expert. Your IQ gives you no right to patronize anyone, let alone me. How's Jack doing? Still crazy? Will he be skinny pickings for my boys? You concern yourself with your own clients. I am confident in mine. Yeah, confident they'll get their assholes torn by Nan and Zan? Mind over muscle, Lloyd. That's all I have to say to you. Now please leave. Alrighty then. Well, looks like an exchange of words between Lloyd Christmas and Stanley Kubrick, which will come later tonight. But first, we got prime time title action to be decided. Bane is going to defend his prime time title against his longtime nemesis, the King Crusader Batman. Now, Bane's already in a good spot tonight. He has entered number 40 in the Royal Rumble. And it would be indeed a feather in his cap to defend his primetime title successfully and win the Royal Rumble and go to Telethon, provided he can do so. The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TWA Primetime Championship. Introducing the special guest ring enforcer, Superman. This man is not going to make Bane's job any easier. There has indeed been a semblance of heat of sorts between Superman and Bane. These two have had their problems over the past couple of weeks or so. And Superman's friendship with Batman has been well documented, being former tag team champions together. But Superman has sworn up and down that he's going to be unbiased and call it straight down the middle. Superman has also got the Royal Rumble heavy on his mind. He wants to win it again.
Introducing first, the challenger from Gotham City, weighing in at 245 pounds, Batman!
Batman, of course, has been very disgruntled for quite a while. Even more disgruntled by the fact that rich Uncle Pennybags dumped him from his cabinet, and now Batman has sworn that he has cleared his head, and his number one goal is to not only beat Bane tonight to win the Primetime Championship, but to also win the Royal Rumble and go to main event Telethon.
The latter, I doubt.
I would not rule out Batman. He is in some ways a dark horse favorite, if you will.
And his opponent, from the pit, weighing in at 271 pounds, he is the Primetime Champion, Bane!
With his lofty and comfy position, many label him the odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble. He's got number 40 for tonight. Of course, Superman is also considered an odds-on favorite, and he's been there before. He knows what it takes to get to the top. Another thing to count is the fact that Bane sports the Primetime title around his shoulders. Should he retain the Primetime title tonight and win the Royal Rumble, he would be the second man to accomplish being both the Primetime and TWA champion, as the Invisible Man did the same thing last year. He was the Primetime champion and he was at number 31, went on to win the Royal Rumble and won the TWA championship at Telethon. Is history going to repeat itself tonight? Bane already starting off strong with a German suplex. Superman looking on to see if there's any chicanery or tomfoolery being committed on Bane's behalf.
He should also be looking down the ramp too. Mallory might come back again and get Batman disqualified.
Well, maybe we'll be there to stop Mallory should it happen. Batman is trying hard to get some offense in on Bane, going for those hard punches and a drop kick to the knee. These two collided like freight trains, but Bane answers with a suplex. The longer this match goes, the more it favors Batman. Bane does not have the stamina to work a 1 hour match. So if Batman can prolong the contest, he has the advantage. But so far, Bane is not making it easy on him. Batman may quiver in pain before the 5-minute mark. And here's a drop kick. And Bane really Batman's trying to work hard to take Bane off his game using the legs. And so far it's been an effective game plan. Batman's now caught Bane from behind. or he thought he did, and there's a belly-to-belly suplex. Of course, coming up in the Royal Rumble, we will not only see all these three men in there, but we will also see some first-time participants, as Harry and Marv, who made their debut a week or so ago on Battlefront, they got their names officially entered into the Royal Rumble match. And Bane, I think, is not only tearing Batman apart to retain his title, but also to send a message to that man on the outside there, Superman, saying this is what's going to happen to you should we ever cross paths in the Rumble. But I know Superman. He will never, ever be intimidated by anyone. Most of all, Bane. Batman got a little overzealous with the drop kicks, and that's what cost him. Batman's been sporting a bit of ring rust lately. If I was correct, he was the first man eliminated from Pennybag's team at the Super Series last year. And of course, that created tension between him and Bane, as well as Pennybags and the organization, which has led to this match.
Actually, I think it was Mallory who was eliminated first in like 5 seconds.
Batman is now going through with the punches, and he tries to drop kick, but Bane stopped it.
Do you think that Mallory is going to be in the Rumble match?
I seriously hope not. And even if Bane tires himself out here, the fact that he still has number 40 drawn in the Royal Rumble, he doesn't have to worry about wearing himself out. And there's the coma driver. And just like that, oh! Batman is still alive, still in the game, but Bane just stays on him with a hard fist. Batman is still trying to stay in the game. And now, oh, I thought he was going to go for the coma driver again, but it's a suplex. Batman is having a really hard time trying to keep the momentum on his side. As Bane, he's being far more aggressive now than anybody has ever seen him. Stall suplex! And Superman is looking concerned for his former partner and best friend, Batman. And Batman just flipped Bane over. He might be getting a second wind or a third wind, depending on your point of view. And Batman, he found the grappler DDT. It nails the mark. 1, 2. Oh! If he had hooked the arm a little better, we could have had a new primetime champion. But Bane is still alive right now. Bane, a little overzealous once again with his punches. And there's the backbreaker! The Dark Knight has been waiting to do that to Bane for quite some time. Don't waste time, Batman. Make the cover now! 1.
Not even a 2 count.
This is not good on behalf of the Cape Crusader. Referee Charles Robinson was a bit slow, but nonetheless, Bane is still showing no signs of letting up. Batman with a drop kick. Once again, Bane got overzealous with his hard punches. Now, Bane's trying a crippling submission hold. Batman, he already has an injured spine, has been well documented, and looks like Batman did not give up. And there's a DDT again! I know Batman, he won't quit. But Bane is pretty much giving him no other choice. Batman grapples the leg. So far, Superman has been staying unbiased. And Batman with a hard knee to Bane. Could this be it? Could Batman now be using Bane's own strength against him? Bane just keeps bulldozing over Batman like a tractor trailer. And now Bane attempts a pinfall. 1, 2, no! Batman is still staying in the game. And a massive drop kick. Needless to say, this is not like Legs versus Waldo. Batman is not going to allow himself to be slaughtered. These two men hate each other so badly. We have to wonder if this is the final match between the two. And a Kurma driver. Batman, he's probably knocked out at this point. 1, 2, 3. And Bane retains his primetime title.
Winner of this bout, and still primetime champion, Bane!
Batman, he brought his A game, did everything he could to pull out all the stops against Bane. But this behemoth, this beast, was just much too strong tonight. It would be a sign of the apocalypse if he were to win the Royal Rumble. What do you know? The number one queen, of course, to Pennybags and his misfits. Bane leaves the ring. Superman is looking to tend to his fallen friend. I really thought Batman had it in certain ways, like the Batbreaker, the grappling DDT. He did everything he could to keep Bane down. Maybe if Batman brought some more aggression, he could have had the victory. You know why I like Stanley? Because you're a regular guy. Yep. That's why I want you to stay regular. 1/2 teaspoon for fast, effective relief. And now, we got some other action tonight. As this long-standing rivalry will hopefully be settled, the Slashers against the Universal Monsters. This issue, Mark, has been going back all the way back to Super Series back in November. The Slashers and the Universal Monsters have had their fair share of problems, but despite victories over the other, they still want to kill each other. And hopefully this match will determine once and for all the superior horror team.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 540 pounds, Michael Myers, Leatherface, the Slashers.
Leatherface has signed up for the Royal Rumble match. We don't know what number he's drawn, but his partner, Michael Myers, has decided not to run this year. He seems more obsessed with keeping the world title around his master, Freddy Krueger, than going after it.
And their opponents, accompanied by Dracula, at a total combined weight of 557 pounds, Frankenstein and Chaos, the Universal Monsters.
Take lessons, Frankenstein and Chorus. If you stick with Dracula throughout the Rumble match, you'll be just fine.
Well, that's one thing though, Mark. It is every man for himself. But if these three, by chance, do cooperate, then I would hate to be anybody else that's entered in that Royal Rumble at that point. Frankenstein, of course, a former Royal Rumble winner himself. Dracula went the distance and was one man short of nearly winning the 2011 Royal Rumble, only to fall in the end.
The bell run.
I don't understand. What's Frankenstein doing? Michael Myers, he's just standing there and... What the hell's going on? Referee is making his count. This is supposed to be the blow-away matchup. And Karis, looks like Universal Monsters, they're leaving. For that matter, is Leatherface leaving too?
What's going on?
I have no idea. The referee is nearing his count of 10. And that's it. That's it. Universal Monsters have been counted out, which means the win goes to the Slashers.
Michael actually looks as confused as we do.
What the hell just happened there? We were supposed to have a match, and Frankenstein and Karis, it was so uncharacteristic of them to just walk away from a fight. What's the problem? Stanley locked himself in the vase, and I don't know if he's coming out. Vase? The toilet, Jack. What's he doing in there? He's having a explosive evacuation. Now? How did that happen? I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with the water you gave him. What? Shive the Chipuka. Stanley was horror show before he got your water. It was the same water everybody else gets. Why is nobody else sick? Well, thanks to you, we have no manager going into our draft. Don't off, Alex. Stanley says it helps you, so I can piss you off all I want to. Don't. Look, let's just go out there ourselves and do what we always do. Stanley wasn't the only reason we won these belts.
Oh, no.
Well, Jack Torrance says that Stanley Kubrick wasn't the sole reason that they won the tag team titles, but that remains to be seen.
Of course he was the only reason.
The Kubrick congregation now has to defend the tag team titles against Conan and Tarzan brute force. But they will be without Stanley Kubrick at ringside, as thanks to his explosive diarrhea, he has not been able to accompany his men for this match.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TWA Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 427 pounds, they are the TV Tag Team Champions, the Kubrick Congregation.
I've never seen these men so naked before. They might as well be, because of the fact that their team is named after their manager's namesake.
And their opponents, the challengers, accompanied by Lloyd Christmas, at a total combined weight of 510 pounds, brute force.
This is just so unfair.
Well, I think it's fair. Because now mind games won't come into play, and now we can see once and for all if Alex Delarge and Jack Torrance are the real deal. We can see if their athletic prowess can get them past the two pillars of power, Conan and Tarzan. And Conan already starting off strong against one half of the tag team champions, Alex Delarge. Of course, there has been problems within Kubrick's camp over the past couple of weeks on Battlefront.
Mainly thanks to Jack.
The Kubrick congregation was in non-title action against the newly formed tag team of Austin Powers and Mr. Bean, and the tag team champions came within milliseconds of losing that encounter as Jack Torrance became perturbed by Bean and Powers' offense. And from what I saw backstage between Alex Delarge and Jack Torrance, there's still a bit of tension going on between the tag team champions. They better pull their act together if they hope to retain the belts here tonight. And Alex Delarge, what is he doing? Oh, massive powerbomb throws Tarzan to the outside. But Tarzan didn't take to that too kindly. And Conan has seen enough, but Alex Delarge actually holding both men off on his lonesome. Brute force, I'm pretty sure their method will be to isolate and destroy. They keep Alex far away from Jack. They definitely have the momentum on their side, cutting the ring in half.
That is, if Alex even wants to tag Jack in.
Well, he's going to have to, because eventually he's going to run out of gas. As opposed to Kubrick, he's full of gas right now.
Shut up.
And now, some excellent double team maneuver at the hands of brute force. And now Tarzan, the legal man in the ring, Conan had to get out before the count of 5. Lloyd Christmas, he's smiling out in the ring.
Is that of happiness or stupidity?
Well, whatever the way you slice it, his men are winning the match so far. And Tarzan brings Alex into the ring the hard way.
Well, I know Kubrick is going to try and get out here as fast as he can, and when he does, Kubrick doesn't fight people much, but you're going to have the privilege of that.
Well, Lloyd Christmas himself is an in-ring competitor. We all know he's one of the 3 faces of Jim Carrey. I haven't gotten any confirmation about whether he's going to be in the Royal Rumble tonight, as it has been established that only one of Jim Carrey's personas is going to be in that Rumble. Will it be Lloyd Christmas? Or will it be Ace Ventura or The Mask? We had one year where all 3 of Jim Carrey's personas were in that Rumble. So far, Alex doing a good job at isolating Tarzan. There's a hard martial arts kick.
Get Lloyd while you're at it.
And now, massive powerbomb. But Tarzan needs to be careful. Brute Force cannot win the tag belts on the floor. He has to get Alex back in the ring.
He's so stupid, he probably doesn't even know that rule.
Would you be serious? I wouldn't be surprised if Alex wants to get himself counted out. Therefore, he retains the titles. And Alex DeLarge just attacked the referee. That's got to be desperation tactics on the Kubrick congregation. But I think the referee knew he was intentional, and he is not going to let this slide down.
I still don't understand how that referee can get hit by a move like that and get up like 3 seconds later.
And once again, Alex trying to use the sledgehammer to hit Conan with it. That would have drawn a disqualification, and referee Charles Robinson wisely got rid of it.
Well, if he had stayed down longer than 3 seconds, Alex could have used it.
Alex, he could have had the chance to tag in Jack Torrance, but he didn't do it, and it cost him severely. And now Conan, he's going to make the tag to Tarzan. Here we go. Alex is starting to breathe heavily. And Tarzan has now figured out Alex's drop kicks. Alex is really having a hard time, and now Conan's coming in. These multiple tags have got to be confusing Alex to such a degree. Alex once again avoids Jack Torrance. And again. And this blatant ignoring of Jack Torrance is really costing Kubrick's team.
Actually, now that I think of it, maybe this isn't a good idea. This might be pissing Jack off.
Pissing Jack off? It could be pissing Stanley Kubrick off to see his boys now coming to blows. And Alex just really getting desperate with a kick to the spine of Conan. Alex truly believes he can win the tag titles all on his lonesome, and he went after Lloyd Christmas, but Lloyd throws him back into the ring. And now what's Conan doing? Oh, Lloyd with a huge kick!
Of course, that kick had no effect.
Alex DeLarge tried to go to the top rope, but he missed Conan. These challengers are looking dominant tonight. Not to take anything away from Alex, trying as he might. And now, some effective teaming here from Conan and Tarzan, which is more than I can say for the current tag team champions. Hard strength coming up, belly-to-belly suplex. And Tarzan tackles Jack Torrance off the apron. Conan goes for the pin. 1. No! Alex the Large gets the shoulder up. And Jack throws Tarzan back to the ring, trying to contribute anyway in this match, even though Alex is not giving him the chance to do so. And Conan throws Alex in the ring the hard way. Whew. Alex has been taking quite the beating. He's going to have to trust Jack at some point. And now it looks like we have an all-out Donnybrook. Tarzan and Jack Torrance fighting on the outside. Lloyd and Conan were talking to each other. I guess getting a little breather. And now Alex the Large once again has that sledgehammer. This desperation is really starting to get up. And Conan, don't. Good job, Conan. Don't use it. And now, finally, Alex makes the tag to Jack Torrance. And there's a poke to the eye. Come on, ref. Give me a break. That shouldn't have been allowed. And now Jack with a hard kick. Conan with a hard punch.
Oh no. I could see it in Jack's eyes. He snapped again.
Jack Torrance is out of that zone. When he leaves the zone, it is trouble. And now Tarzan has been brought into the ring, but Jack Torrance just shoved Tarzan down hard. And Jack looks like he's given the same treatment to Alex that Alex gave him earlier. He's not going to tag him in. And now Tarzan throws Jack Torrance back into the ring. And there's the hard punches. The tag team champions are falling apart at the seams.
Stanley, please, are you almost finished back there?
From what I'm getting reports that this explosive diarrhea that Stanley Kubrick has become so severe, he's been taken to the medical facility. And Conan with the anvil of Crom. Jack Torrance is out. And now Tarzan gonna use his maneuver. There's the scream. Oh! Down goes Jack.
No.
It's just 3 seconds away.
Stanley.
1, 2, yes! New tag team champions!
Winners of this bout and new tag team champions, Brute Force.
Shenanigans.
Oh, I beg to differ, Adams. These two men were here to win, and they deserve the tag team gold.
Goddamn Jack just had to snap again.
And Alex, he snapped. And now these two lost their toes. And Alex just shoved Jack down. Uh-oh. And Jack, he's now wailing on his tag team partner, Alex.
Have you lost your goddamn mind?
It was inevitable with everything that has come together over the past couple of weeks. And Kubrick has got to be even more pissed off than these two. They've lost the tag team gold, which they held since the summer. And now these two are fighting tooth and nail.
Yeah, you lost the match and you're taking it out on your loving partner.
And Jack Torrance with a hard chair shot. And he's just... We've documented how dangerous Jack is when he gets out of that zone. And now, wait a minute, there's Stanley Kubrick. and he just whacked Jack Torrance with a baseball bat. What is going on here?
Well, we had to set him straight somehow.
Kubrick came back from his bathroom break, and it looks as if he has blatantly chosen sides, and he looks like he's in Alex's corner over Jack. I don't know how this is going to unfold in the upcoming weeks. But coming up next, folks, the TWA Championship itself to be decided. Freddy Krueger, who has held the TWA Championship since September of last year, he's going to have his toughest challenge yet in the stock. This is an opportunity for either one of these guys to possibly main event Telethon.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TWA Heavyweight Championship. First, the challenger from Antarctica, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Stalker.
He's from a place now that is as cold as that man's soul. I do believe, sincerely, that it's ice water that flows through the veins of the phenom of the Television Wrestling Association, the Stalker. He has shown no remorse towards any opponents. But I doubt he's going to show any remorse against the TWA champion Freddy Krueger here tonight. Of course, it's been no secret, Mark, that you are no fan of either of these individuals, considering both of them have had their problems with one of your favorite superstars of all time, the Invisible Man.
Yeah, so why the hell do I have to be here?
You're a broadcast journalist. You're here to call the action, just like me. Now the lights come back on. We're in the Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. And considering the Stalker was originally from Death Canyon, he's kind of getting a hero's welcome.
And his opponent, accompanied by Alfred Hitchcock, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is the TWA Heavyweight Champion, Freddy Krueger.
Of course, I don't know the extent of the relationship between the TWA champion Freddy Krueger and Alfred Hitchcock, but I do know that Hitchcock has been a thorn in the Stalker's side ever since last year.
There's so many other people Hitchcock could be spending his time with as a manager, like Captain Rhodes.
Stalker looks transfixed in that title. He wants to sport it around his waist once more. only be the TWA champion, but to go into Telethon in the main event as the TWA champion. It means everything to both these men. And it's no secret who the fans are rooting for in this match. Almost 100% of the fan base is with the Stalker. But there's one thing that the Stalker doesn't have, and that's the TWA Championship. And Alfred Hitchcock on the outside. So far, Stalker is off to a tremendous start, and he's throwing Alfred Hitchcock in the corner to make sure he is a non-factor in this match.
Why does everybody feel the need to hurt Hitchcock? What has he ever done wrong?
What has he done wrong? The man blatantly interferes on his client's behalf in order for them to win matches. And he was the one who was also instrumental in getting the Stalker buried in the first place.
Well, but he made Psycho.
That may be. But any manager who chooses to stick his nose in the ring with any of the competitors has to expect some consequences along the way, especially from someone like the Stalker. Any manager that's tried to stand up to this unearthly individual has paid the price for it. I would like to congratulate Brute Force. Oh! Massive suplex right on the steel steps, and Freddy's spine has to be severed. Although Freddy being dead himself, I guess that's like a tickle fight to him.
So what were you saying about those big muscular assholes?
Yes, congratulations to Brute Force for an excellent effort in becoming new tag team champions. I can't wait to see what's going to happen on the next Battlefront when Kubrick's men, Alex Delarge and Jack Torrance, explode. Will they have a match? Who knows?
Well, while we've been here for the past almost hour, I've been hearing rumors that most of the 39 participants in the Royal Rumble match up next have been saying that they are going to make a beeline for Chuck Norris.
Well, I knew Chuck Norris at some point was going to be a marked man, but I don't understand what most of the superstars have to worry about. Chuck Norris now has to be considered the least favorite to win the Royal Rumble. He drew number 1.
But you know that Chuck Norris is Chuck Norris, so even though he's number 1, he could last a while, so I guess everyone's mindset is to take him out because he'll be so weak.
Well, there's going to be many marked men in that Royal Rumble. Besides Chuck, there's also Super Mario, Fox McCloud, Luigi, also James Bond, Batman, the big man Jaws, and the Incredible Hulk. He has to be considered one guy that they're going to throw out instantly. With the impressive showing he had on Battlefront, he is going to no doubt have a bullseye on his back. And of course, Superman. And of course, the number 40 participant, Bane. So far, the Stalker trying to give Freddy Krueger a hell of a greet. Of course, Freddy's henchmen, the Slashers, didn't even bother putting up a fight against the Universal Monsters tonight. We hope to get answers why this happened, but in the meantime, Freddy Krueger, try as he might, he's having a difficult time keeping the Stalker off his vertical base.
You know what I'd love? If both these guys just dropped dead for a 10 count and Rhodes came out of nowhere and won the TWA title.
What is it with your obsession with Captain Rhodes winning the title? Besides, he's going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Well, if Invisible Man's gone, who else do I have to be my number one guy?
I mean, isn't it enough he is the current rated R champion? And Stalker, once again, going after Alfred Hitchcock, knowing he's going to try to stick his nose in the encounter. And a hard boot to the Master of Suspense. And now is Stalker. Oh, he almost threw Freddy Krueger right into Alfred Hitchcock. And he got so overzealous with his offense, he nearly hit referee Charles Robinson and nearly risked a disqualification.
You honestly think he would be brave enough to disqualify him?
And now Stalker saying it's time to end this already. And here's a chokeslam coming. Oh! Will we see the nosedive pile driver or the nightmare? 1, 2. And now Freddy Krueger tried a clothesline, and Stalker once again distracted by Hitchcock. Stalker being very effective so far in neutralizing the champion, but is his current obsession with getting rid of Hitchcock going to be his undoing?
Yes, it will, and you'll deserve it. This man is an Academy Award-winning director, despite the fact that he hasn't won any awards, but he should have.
And now Freddy Krueger, hard elbow. And I think thanks to his obsession with Hitchcock, Freddy is now on the offense. The Royal Rumble looms near.
What, are you getting that feeling in the pit of your bowels?
Yeah, you could say I'm going to pull a Kubrick any moment now. And now the Stalker, if he's going to go high risk, he's going to have to do his damage now. Oh, sidewalk slam from the top rope. That's going to do maximum damage. 1. Freddy is not throwing in the towel. He didn't become TWA champion just to fall to moves such as that. And Stalker seeing fit to rip apart our table. And it looks like we better get out of the way before the shit hits the fan. Of course, I can make another Kubrick joke in there, but that's another story for another time.
That's enough.
Stalker with a hard scoop slam. And Stalker, I think he just went down after Freddy raked him in the eyes. Stalker had a great momentum early on, but he's not looking so invincible right now. Until now, that is. Sidewalk slam. 1, 2. Hard kick. And now, oh. And a hard hit sends Hitchcock to the outside again.
Referee, why don't you be helpful and get some help for Hitchcock? He can't take much more of this abuse.
better yet, get him out of there. I mean, he shouldn't really have any place at ringside. And Freddie with the nightmare, just out of nowhere. 1, 2, no! There's a sidewalk slam again. Freddie can be very slick at times, very crafty. Just how he pulled that nightmare the way he did. Stalker was nearly down for a 3 count, but the match continues. And a hard side suplex. And I think the referee is kind of agitated with Hitchcock and his tomfoolery on the outside. And Freddie, I think, has seen enough of Stalker going after his business manager, if you will. Stalker is really starting to make some mistakes here. And now Freddie is really capitalizing, going after the knee. And Hitchcock just got tripped right over the steel steps. And referee Charles Robinson was being very discretionary with his 3 count. I mean, his 10 count. And there's the nosedive pile driver. Down goes Kruger. Looks like, I think we're going to be crowning a new heavyweight champion here. What? No! And Alfred Hitchcock, sensed it was almost over for his client, decided to interfere. Oh, Freddie reverses into a suplex. He just spit out some blood. And now Stalker, Irish whip to the corner, and referee Charles Robinson just got hammered. Freddie with a steel chair to the Stalker, and now there's Ghostface. What's he doing out there? Don't tell me it's going to end like this. No! No! Oh! The match continues! I don't believe it! And Ghostface just smacks Stalker in the back and looks like it's a disqualification.
The winner of this bout as a result of a disqualification, the Stalker!
And the Stalker has had enough of Ghostface! This is the second time Ghostface has interfered on behalf of Freddy Krueger, and there comes Leatherface, and oh yeah, you're gonna tell me now that Ghostface is not aligned with Freddy, and now here comes the Universal Monsters. Are they gonna get it on or what? Oh. It looks like, no, don't tell me. Oh, making a beeline for the Stalker! What the hell is going on here? The Slashers and the Universal Monsters are all ganging up on the Phenom. And there's Freddy and Hitchcock looking pleased with the damage that has been done. Oh, should have figured. And they're still committing the beatdown on the Stalker. This is ridiculous.
If it's all in the name of the Invisible Man, then I support it.
All in support of the Invisible Man. This is... I don't understand why Frankenstein and Cars would do this. Turn their back on their supposed friends, Invisible Man and Dracula, just do this? Well, here it is, folks. We're just moments away from the 40-man Royal Rumble. And here's some few comments from some of the Royal Rumble participants.
Like I showed you all last Battlefront in the Battle Royal, and like I've shown you my entire career, I am the single most dominant force in TWA history. For 3 telethons, I was on the defensive side in TWA title matches. This year, for the first time, I will be on the offensive. And you, Freddy Krueger, will look to be the unfortunate champion who will defend against the Incredible Hulk. And for the Supermans, the Banes, the Chuck Norrises, the James Bonds, you all know what I'm capable of. And if you were smart, you try not to make me angry.
Everything was looking so well before this show began. Then those no good traitors I called friends betrayed me and joined Freddy Krueger. They joined Freddy of all people who we were battling against just a month ago. Oh well, nothing to lose day sleep over. I'll just repay the favor up next, when I enter my 5th Royal Rumble match and flip them both out like flapjacks. Then of course, I'll throw everyone else out and finally win the Royal Rumble. And Frankie, Carlos, there is not a single thing in the world you can do to stop me. You know, in life, everybody wants to be number one at something. Some people want to be number one at everything. But the Royal Rumble match, that's the one instance where nobody wants to be number one. And that's where I am. Everybody always labels the number one entrant as a dead man, as a lost cause. Well, perhaps you're forgotten who I am. My name is Chuck Norris. There is no one in that lineup of wrestlers who is more disciplined, more well-trained, more well-conditioned, and prepared for this grueling 1-hour-long encounter than I am. My journey back to the TWA Championship will start here tonight. It'll be a rough start, to be sure, but I am more than willing to go through an entire hour of agony only to then be rewarded with a moment of glory in the main event at Telethon 6. See you all out there.
I'm so excited. It's the Royal Rumble. It's more exciting than Christmas. Oh, Christmas sucks. I can't wait to throw this guy out and that guy out and win the whole thing. I'll make Her Majesty proud and be the first Englishman to win this event. Oh, this will be fun.
You want to talk domination? You want to talk odds-on favorites? Well, get your heads out of Superman, Hulk, and Chuck Norris's asses and look right here The entire Nintendo family is stepping into that Royal Rumble. And thanks to Rich Uncle Pennybags' kind heart, Fox McCloud is in it too. That is 7 dominant forces, all on the same page. Well, okay, we know only one person can win the Royal Rumble. But our bond is too strong to be broken over greed. We will work together as long as we can and make sure one of us gets that Telethon TWA championship match. Oh yeah, and 2D, I've given my pals special instructions to open a shitload of fuck on you as soon as any of them see you. So kiss your chances of winning the Royal Rumble goodbye. Make me proud, guys. Which camera am I supposed to be looking at? The one in the middle, dumbass. I already made my girl happy earlier tonight when I bitch slapped Waldo's ass. But I'm gonna make her even happier later tonight after I dunk all 39 of my Royal Rumble opponents over the top rope and become the #1 contender to the TWA title at Telethon. She even promised me that if I won, she'd give me a BJ. So just guess how determined I will be to win out there, ass crackers. My man knows how loaded his wallet will be if he is both light heavyweight champion and TWA champion, so he's gonna think of nothing other than that glorious thought when he steps in there and takes you all out. And the blowjob? Would you shut up about the blowjob? Everything that slowed me down last year and the year before has finally been compromised. Alec Trevelyan is an invalid, and the Invisible Man is in hell. Now I can finally place all of my focus on this match, the Royal Rumble match. A match where I can never let my guard down, where I must keep my eye on everyone. But there is one man I will keep an even closer eye on. Jaws. Yes, we have become allies, but I still do not fully trust him. It is every man for himself. He cost me the Royal Rumble last year, and I just know he will try doing it again this year. This is my best chance of ending my 3-year TWA title drought. And there will be hell to pay if I am once again screwed out of the main event at Telethon. That goes for any of you who try back-jumping me.
Numbers. They truly do not lie. For the past 5 Royal Rumbles, all 5 winners had numbers ranging from 31 to 40. With myself, TWA's Reckoning, being number 40, I'd say that cements my victory in the 2015 Royal Rumble match. Now before I pass the camera off to another naive little participant, I'd just like to speak one-on-one to you, Chuck Norris. I won't deny how tough and resourceful you are. I'm sure you will last to the end. But by that time, you will be so spent, so exasperated, that my job will be to put you out of your misery and throw you over the top rope.
I am not one who goes around telling people that I am going to beat them all. I just do it like I've done it for the last 6 months. With this 40-man Royal Rumble, I will not only increase my streak to 11-0, I will go straight to the TWA title main event at Telethon 6. And Bulk Hogan, I will eliminate you quickly, but it will not be painless.
Now, before you all get me out, just hear me talk. Yes, I have the honor of holding the shortest time in Royal Rumble history. But I have the will to win, more than any man's in that locker.
Move it, diaperhead! Mr. Hogan, you're out of frame! Could you just back up? Shut up, camera guy! This is my comment time, and I'll stand where I want, damn it!
Excuse me, I wasn't finished.
So what you got? You think you're gonna eliminate me? Well, I got news for you, Jack! Nuh-uh! Telethon 6 is gonna be main evented by the Buckster as I face the Invisible Man for the TWA Championship. What do you think of that, Uncle Tom?
Freddy is the champion, dum-dum.
Shut your pie hole, Bart, before I throw your ass out the Rumble, too! This is the moment I fought a no-good rich Uncle Pennybags for. For the first time in 3 years, I am in the Royal Rumble, and I don't intend on packing my bags early. I have waited for too long. We have waited too long, TWAWorld, for this opportunity. With so much on the line, I simply cannot fail. And I have no intention of doing so. Now in the Royal Rumble, you've got to expect the unexpected. 1 minute, you could be throwing guys out left and right. And then the next minute, you could get cheap-shotted by one of your so-called friends. And it is all over for you. I have some friends and close allies in that locker room. But tonight, they are what stands between me and the conclusion to my 3-year epic-long journey. They all want it as much as I do, so I'm just going to have to go that extra mile. Reach deep down into the pit of my soul, use that reserve energy, and persevere. Freddy Krueger, here I come. Wow. All those comments from those Royal Rumble participants, they are all ready for this. Now, we of course know who is going to be sandwiching this whole thing. Chuck Norris has entered number 1 in the Royal Rumble. Bane is number 40. But we don't know who's coming in between. It's time to begin.